My name is Haziq Ali. Some of y'all know that, some of y'all don't. Give me a replay, gang, if you're watching a replay. I'm a revenue acceleration coach, man. Like all I do is like I'm not good at a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? But what I guarantee you I can help you do is make some money. How do you know that, Haziq? Because I've never had a job in my life. Like I've been an entrepreneur my entire life. And while the journey hasn't been all rainbows and unicorns, you know what I mean? What I can say is that it's been very educational. you know, um, I've been coaching a while. I've been in a lot of different industries. I've helped everything from Fortune 500 companies like Scion and Red Bull, all the way to mom and pop businesses. As a matter of fact, in my first year as chief marketing officer of our own company, I helped us make the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies in America. I'm pretty good at this. And so what we do a couple of Fridays a month, um, especially when there's a Kaizen Academy coming up. Yeah, good morning, Keith. Glad you made it in, bro. Allie in the house. What's up, Michelle? What we do a couple Fridays a month, especially before we have a Kaizen Academy like we have tomorrow, is we discuss anything you want to discuss. Monday through Thursday, I set the curriculum. I'm always like giving you either mindset, skill set, or heart set that makes you millionaire minded. You know what I mean? The whole idea that we're going to teach you the science and the art of entrepreneurship. But some people kind of doubt that this stuff works. If you doubt it, then what I suggest you do is check this out. That's a link that you can go to that will kind of let you see whether our academy can work for you. You can just type in millionaire minded reviews and it'll kind of let you know if what we do can work for your business, because there's testimonies on there. It's probably like 100+ testimonies on there from people in all types of businesses, etc. Yeah, good morning, my brother Mike in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I appreciate that, Keith. I appreciate that, Keith. So what we doing this morning is we doing free coaching Friday. We're doing free coaching Friday. You can ask me anything. You can put it there in the comments. Sade made it in. I love it. Gav in the house. Let's go, Alan. So what you can do, my man Donald, what up with you? What you can do is just put your questions in the comments, or if you're on the live line, then you can push *6, unmute yourself, and let's get to it, baby. I want you to kind of think about what you need to know to grow your business to the next level. What kind of stuff has been holding you back? Obviously, you can also follow me on Instagram. I'm there, No Money Down King. Living it in real time. You know what I mean? I'm right here on the front lines of capitalism, just like you. I ain't some coach who makes his money from coaching. You know what I'm saying? So ask me anything. Let's get to it. It is Free Coaching Friday. Good morning, millionaires. Glad you made it in, Vita. Okay, Jamie. Okay, Dennis. Yeah, Juanita. Morose is in the house. My man Bryant. Okay, so *6 will unmute your line if you're on the live line. If you aren't on the live line and you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or one of those, then ask me anything. No question is a silly question. Sometimes we slow down on these Free Coaching Fridays because I don't want to make you feel like you're on the spot. Sometimes you can just respond to the email, to the newsletter that we send out every week, and you can ask your questions there. If you don't have the newsletter, then make sure you check us out. Go to millionaireminded.com, or we are millionaireminded.com, and you're going to have all kinds of really, really cool stuff. Every week we send you a newsletter that focuses on mindset, skill set, and heart set. Like every week, it's mindset, skill set, and heart set. You can read the whole newsletter in probably like 5 minutes, but it's going to change the rest of your week. It's going to change your weekend and the rest of your week. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get it. Anybody got anything for me that they kind of want to share, or anything for me that they kind of want to get into? Any questions you've been having about your business? Anybody want to share anything like that? Star 6 when I mute your line. Let's get it. Okay, Sade is like, I'm sucking at closing. Hey, Alan, call in so I can understand exactly where you're coming from. Desperation definitely is a blessing, but if you hit me on a live line, then maybe I can be of more assistance, because I'd love to unpack that a little bit, and kind of understand what you're talking about. Okay, my man Michael Allison, MBA and veteran. Thank you for your service, my brother. He said, what's your advice when it comes to marketing to a particular niche? What's your advice when it comes to marketing to a particular niche? What a powerful question. Because a lot of times when we get into entrepreneurship, we are tricked into thinking that, well, man, this is good for everybody, so why not try and sell it to everybody? Well, I'll tell you why you never sell to everybody. It's because if you're talking to everybody, you are speaking to no one. If you're talking to everybody, you are speaking to no one. The way this whole marketing thing evolved is that, and you got to take this revenue acceleration course, Mike. But I'm gonna give you the abridged version, right? I'm gonna give you like the Twitter version, so to speak. But there are only three main markets, Michael. There's health, there's wealth, and there's relationships. And I can sell any product in the world using those three categories: health, wealth, or relationships. Like, let's say I'm selling a car. Let's say I'm selling a little Prius, right? I can sell it with health by saying, oh, help the environment by driving a Prius, right? I can sell it with wealth by saying, hey, save money by driving a Prius. Or I can sell it with relationships by saying, man, girls are going to think you're really, really cool when you drive a Prius that's so good for the environment and so smart economically. You see what I mean? Now you have more money to travel where you want because you're not spending it all on gas. Drive a Prius. Am I making sense so far, Michael? So there are three different categories, and I don't care what it is you sell. You can use any of those three to market. But the thing is, the first health person ever, the first wealth person ever, the first relationships person ever, they ran into a problem. Everybody else started seeing they were making money. And so they said, well, we want to make some money too. So then they got into health, right? They became sharks, right? And then what happens to the water when a bunch of sharks collapse on the same piece of food? Well, the water gets really red. It turns into what we call a bloody ocean. Y'all get me? A red ocean. You get me? That's a real thing in nature. What they call a feeding frenzy will kick off, and all the sharks are trying to eat at the same time. So if you really want to make money, what you have to do is look around inside this red ocean and say, how can I bring people to blue waters? How can I bring people to icy blue, clean waters? And the way you do that is you pick out a problem that people are having in this market and you sell to them. You can't market, Michael, until you have three different questions answered. The first question is always, who do I want to sell to? The second question is always, who's already selling to them? And then the third question is always, who are the easiest people for me to pick off out of that crowd? You hear what I'm saying to you? Those are always, if you do not have the answer to those three questions, I would be incredibly scared. I'm going to say them again so you can write them down. Somebody give me this in the comments. The first question is, yo, who is it I want to sell to? Right? Like, tell me about their demographic. Tell me about their geographic location. Tell me about their psychographic mentality. Like, what are their values, their lifestyles? What are their dreams? What are their pain points? Who is it you want to sell to? Right? Who's already selling to them? And then who are the easiest to sell to? Now, what do I mean by the easiest to sell to? Hey, Mike, you got to take this revenue acceleration class. The reason I offer it on the basic level and on the VIP level, whether you're paying a little $44 a month or you go ahead and splurge on the 99 a month and really invest in your mind. Because think about it, most of us do no more studying after we leave school, and that's why most of us are broke. Check this out, bro. When you're talking about the 3 different types of customers, and I break this down in granular detail, but not so granular you don't understand it first pass. I break it down to 3rd grade level, but I get more detail. I just want to make it clear I'm giving you the abridged version. Bro, whenever you get into a marketplace and you see, okay, I want to have a talk show, but right now everybody I want to sell to is buying from Oprah. You're going to have 3 different people inside Oprah's market. I can't do marketing until I have a market I'm aiming at. So let's say I want to sell to Oprah's customer. They're already buying from Oprah. Who's the easiest to sell to in Oprah's market? You're always going to have the diehards. Those are the ones who say Oprah is a goddess. You're wasting your time coming at them. But let me tell you how you know you're coming at them. You start getting into a battle of statistics. It's like if you like the Lakers and I like the Nuggets, right? Or I like Philly, then what happens is you talking about your forward versus my forward. And I'm like, well, this man scores this many points a game. I'm like, but this one gets this many rebounds. You're wasting your time, right? Because they are a diehard Lakers fan. They have the jersey tattooed on their arm. They got posters all over their barbershop. You're wasting your time because they're diehard for Oprah, or they're diehard for the Lakers, or they're diehard for this particular life coach. You're wasting your time. That ain't who you want to go at when you're picking your niche. The second group is the haggler, the negotiator. Now, the negotiator is the one who can justify staying where they are because of the amount of value they're getting, but they're always looking around like, are you willing to give me more for less? Who's willing to give me more for less? They're looking around saying this over and over and over again. Who's willing to give me more for less? Again, that's a waste of time because a lot of times you can tell you're talking to them because you get into a price war, right? You get into a price war where all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, they selling theirs for $10. I'm going to sell mine for $9. Now they see you selling for $9 and they say, well, I'm going to sell mine for $8. It's a race to the bottom. That's never the way to go. So out of the 3 groups inside the market that I want to approach, you're going to have the diehards, you're going to have the hagglers or the negotiators, right? But then you got the 3rd group, and this is the group you want to aim at. Those are the people that are there because they don't know no other alternative. They're there, but they feel stuck. What do you say to them? What do you say to them? Well, millionaires, what you do is you study the reasons that they hate what they're doing. That's what you do. You study the reasons that they hate what they're doing, and then all of a sudden, you offer them an alternative. You tell them it's not their fault. There are 5 principles to build an occult. There are 5 principles to build an occult. All my Kaizenites know this. If you haven't joined the Kaizen Academy, I want to suggest you do it. Our next class is tomorrow night, right? But all my Kaizenites who have taken my revenue acceleration class, they know there are 5 principles to build an occult. And I tell them as charm. And I can tell you how Donald Trump did it, right? I can tell you how Donald Trump did it using my principle called charm, using my acronym of charm. If you want to build a cult, charm them. Here's the C in charm. Confirm their suspicions. Remember when Donald Trump would be like, we got to drain the swamp. Everybody's crooked in DC. You already suspected politicians were corrupt. You already suspected that politicians were crooked. But when he says it, they're like, oh my goodness, this guy gets it. So that's the C. You confirm their suspicions. So if you're in Oprah's market, you're going after Oprah's market. Maybe you say something like, Oprah don't really care about, you know what I mean, black women. And you start aiming at black women. Huh? You confirm those black women's suspicions about Oprah Winfrey. And you just say it out loud. Now, are some people going to hate you? Yeah. But also some people are going to love you. That's the law of the universe. A magnet has to attract and then repel. That's the way it goes. What's the H in charm? Help them cast stones at their enemies. Y'all remember when Donald Trump would be like, who's the enemy? You know, everyone. I alone can fix this for you. Is that how Donald Trump would play it? He would be like, yo, everybody out here full of crap. You know, all these politicians. And then he'd pick out the Muslim people in Congress and start throwing stones, because he knew the majority of America has a fear about women who wear hijab, or they have a fear about what happened in 9/11, right? So what he does is help them cast stones. He helps them cast stones at the enemy, right? What's the A in charm? Allay their fears. Allay their fears, right? How would Donald Trump do that? We're going to build a wall. We're going to keep them Mexicans out. We're going to ban all the Muslims from traveling to America, right? Don't worry. I got your back. You get me? So he would allay their fears. The R that you do when you're dealing with that marketing group that you want to pull away from where they are. Remind them of their dreams, right? Help them support their dreams. But the R is remind them. The R in charm is remind them of their dreams. So how would Donald Trump do that? We're going to make America great again. We're going to make America great again. This is how you build a cult. You got me? And then the M in charm is make them see it ain't their fault. Make them feel like it ain't their fault. It's not your fault you're broke. It was the Democrats' failed liberal policies. And that's charm. Did that help, Mike? I know that was a long answer, baby. But I also hope that I helped you see why we tell people to get into the Kaizen Academy. That's like how it goes. Is that making sense, y'all? Yeah. So those are the 3 questions that you need to answer. I don't care if you do taxes like Sade. I don't care if you're an MBA like my man Michael. I don't care if you're a fashion entrepreneur. I don't care if you're a network marketer. What you need to do is figure out who you want to sell to. Like, for instance, we do financial services. But if she's over here focused on people who get tax refunds, and she's selling personal credit, and I'm over here focused on people who are in the logistics industry because I want to sell business credit, we got 2 different niches, even though we're in the same kind of like space of financial services. We could even be in the same company. We could even be doing the same basic things, but it does not matter what we do. It matters who we do it for. A niche is not a product. A niche is a kind of customer. That's the way I teach it. Was that helpful, Michael? Was that helpful, y'all? This weekend's Kaizen Academy is going to be insane. I'm going to teach you some things that you never knew about closing. You know, you're going to learn why the first 20 seconds is more important than the next 20 minutes, right? So somebody give me that in the comments. The first 20 seconds you talk to somebody is more important than the next 20 minutes. I ain't lying. The first 20 seconds you talk is more important than the next 20 minutes. Yeah, Sade. You don't want to do that. You want to let them know it ain't their fault. Okay, so was that helpful, Kay? Kay, I'm telling you, when you get into the academy, the first thing you need to take, and you're going to get a welcome call, et cetera, so forth, but the first class you need to take is that Revenue Acceleration Master Plan. We call it the Ramp Up, RAMP, the Revenue Acceleration Master Plan. Queen, it's going to help you take your fashion business, delineate the differences between, what it is you want to sell versus what it is there's a market for. Because if you don't see a market, that's a warning. Ain't no reason to be out here just, stumbling through it blind. You love a crowded market because that means a lot of people are spending money in that space. Is that making sense? You're also going to learn this weekend about what triggers our prospects to make a decision right now. I see questions coming in. Keep the questions coming in. I'm gonna get to them. We're gonna pick some good ones out. We're gonna talk about how to completely eliminate some of the objections you can predict. Like if they're always saying, "Hey, Kay, I can't afford a hand designed dress. I can't afford it." If that's what you always hearing, yeah, but that tells you might be going at the wrong customer, Queen. if you are always hearing the same objection, doesn't it make sense that we get rid of that in the beginning? Right? I'm going to show you how to do that this weekend. I'm going to show you how to eliminate all the fear and rejection that you feel when you're talking to people, right? I'm going to show you how to turn an icebreaker into a close. Because I always teach, no matter what kind of entrepreneur you are, you got to build rapport. Then you break the ice so you can kind of insert your business into the conversation without it being awkward. Then after that, you close. Then after that comes a presentation. Somebody say the first 20 seconds is more important than the next 20 minutes and give me a share. This is going to go crazy this weekend. All right, let me scroll through this thing for some more questions. Okay, my man Dennis was like, when it comes to home-based businesses, about how long does it take an industry average to hit 6 figures a year? I don't know that there's an average time for that, Dennis, because there's no average. Me and my man Gavin were talking yesterday, and I was like, cousin, how did it feel when you were making that list, right? Because I don't care if you run a boutique. If I was Kay, who's a fashion designer, I'd be making a list. I'm talking about, I don't care if you're opening up a restaurant. First thing I would tell you to do is start with a list. Well, Haziq, all my friends don't eat seafood, and I'm opening a seafood restaurant. Yeah, but do they know other people that eat seafood, man? Well, Haziq, all my friends don't eat sushi, and I'm opening a sushi restaurant. Yeah, but still make the list, because your friends and family want to support you, and they're going to know somebody who does eat sushi. Well, Haziq, I'm serving steak at my restaurant. You don't get it. You don't get it. I'm doing steak. You still need to what? Make a list. Somebody give me that in the comments. Make a list. I don't care what kind of business you have. Make a list. You got to start with understanding your network is your net worth. Your network times your self-worth is your net worth. Because you got to have the network, but then you got to have the self-esteem to actually come to them. You see what I'm saying? Is this making sense? Is this making sense? Your network times your self-worth equals your net worth. Somebody give me that in the comments. Your network times your self-worth equals your net worth. You always hear them say your network is your net worth, but you millionaire minded. You see what I'm saying? You millionaire minded. So you're thinking about everything differently. You're rocking with somebody that was just homeless a few years ago. So you're seeing everything differently. You're rocking with somebody who's never had a job in his life, who's never had the security of a paycheck in his life. So you kind of like seeing things differently through our eyes because we're millionaire minded. We go in mindset, skill set, heart set. I'm bringing you along on the journey as I improve my own. You know what I mean? You think I ain't got problems in my life? You think I ain't got issues that I'm dealing with? You think I ain't got obstacles? You think I ain't got trauma? Well, tell me why I'm in therapy. Tell me why I'm studying every day. Tell me why I'm trying to teach every day. It's because this is a journey. It's not a destination, y'all. It's a journey. It's not a destination, y'all. It's a journey. Somebody give me that in the comments. It's a journey. It's a journey. That's right. That's right. Makiba's like, good morning. I'd like to start a new business. What opportunities do you offer and how do I get started? Okay, Makiba. Well, the first thing that I would tell you to look at is not what kind of money you can make. I would tell you, and you can inbox me, but the whole idea here is you got to ask yourself what you love doing. What is it that you can do and the time just melts away? The biggest trick the devil ever pulled is making you think that starting a business needs to be about making money. Starting a business is a spiritual thing. In Hebrew, I see Mama Shay in the house, but all of my people with a little bit of, Hebrew Israelite in them, a little bit of what they refer to as the Jewish peoples in them, right? Which most of us have, like we're the chosen people. You dig what I mean? But check it out. The Hebrew word for businessman is omain, O-H-M-E-I-N, omain. You know what that means? That means man of faith. See, I believe that entrepreneurship is a spiritual crossroads between service and faith. If you want to know the secret to your fulfillment, if you want to know what your purpose is on the planet, you got to ask yourself what you love to do and how you can use it to help God's people. Because passion times service always equals your purpose in life. What are you passionate about? How can you use it to help somebody? That's why God put you on the planet. So that's the first thing I would look at, Miss Tucker. I would look at what I love doing. Now, if you love helping people, if you love seeing people become financially free, then yeah, I got some ideas for you. But if that ain't your cup of tea, I guarantee you there's something out here that is. And I'm a big believer in you starting your entrepreneurship journey with home-based businesses because the overhead is so low, the opportunity to learn is so high, and the income potential is insane. Because we always hear people talk about multiple streams of income, multiple streams of income. Well, check it out. The world of home-based businesses is the easiest way to create not dozens, not just hundreds, but literally thousands of revenue streams, because every new person that you spread the gospel to becomes a new revenue stream for you and your household and your family. You know, I was telling them a joke yesterday, but I ain't gonna, let me keep on going through this thing and finding some good questions. Oh, then yeah, inbox me, Makiba. We got your back then, Queen. And I'm going to pair you up with some people in your market, and we're going to have a ball. We're going to have a ball. That's right. We getting that Wi-Fi money. We getting that mailbox money. That's exactly right. Yeah, millionaire minded in the house. That's right, Kay. That's right, Kay. You got to have fun with your business because it's that passion that's going to get you through the valley up to the next peak. Any mountain climber can tell you this. Right? What's separating the peak of this mountain from the peak of that mountain? A valley. Am I right? A valley. All right. Looking for some more questions. Yeah, that's exactly right, Dennis. You're going to find out why this weekend. If you have not joined the Kaizen Academy yet and you want to get in, just make sure you inbox me. We're going to get you in that thing. I just want to make sure that I didn't ignore anybody's questions. Kay, did that help you? Did that help you with finding your target audience? When we started talking about blue ocean versus red ocean, did that help you? Yeah, Mama Mahasan, that's a very important point. Once you find a market, you can go to Amazon, search the reviews, and then just look up, all the people that gave it 1-star ratings, all the people that gave it 2-star ratings. Like, what did they kind of like get? What did they want to get when they bought this thing? And why didn't it fulfill their expectations? And now you're just taking notes. Okay. Oh, so they wanted it to do that. Okay. Well, my book is going to do that. Oh, they were thinking the book was about. That's what I'm going to write my book about. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, that's so dope, Kay. Appreciate that. Good stuff. All right, y'all. It's affirmation time. It's 8 o'clock. I hope this was helpful. Hope you got something out of this. We do this a couple Fridays a month, but tomorrow's Kaizen Academy is all about how to close. Last week we went into kind of like the mindset of closing. And then I gave you a bunch of ways to teach your team and teach your squad, teach your teammates why they've been doing it completely wrong. And this week, what we're going to kind of talk about is some techniques to get rid of objections. We're going to deal with level 3 closing. We're going to close it out at the end of the month. That's why instead of you doing these little $30 classes, you probably should just join the academy for either that $44 or that $99 a month so that you get everything you need and you're able to go through the archives and watch it again, even when it ain't a week later. We do them Saturdays at 7 p.m., 2 Saturdays a month at 7 p.m. But if you're not able to be there, you get the replay, which is always good for a week. So you can watch it at 12 midnight or 12 noon. It don't matter, right? But I suggest joining the academy, especially on the VIP level, so that you're able to go through all the past classes. They never taught us entrepreneurship in the household because our parents didn't know. You know, they never taught us in school because our teachers didn't know. They were teaching school, not running a business. Then you get to college, you go to business school, and your teacher don't even have a business. So is it any wonder that so many businesses go out of business so quick? The owner had passion. The owner had love for what they do. But check it out. Just because your grandma loved to cook don't mean she know how to run a restaurant. Does that make sense? That's what the Kaizen Academy is here for. And if $100 a month is a lot of money to you, good. Because what that's going to do is make you work. It's going to make you apply yourself and turn this information into transformation. So, yeah, you need to join on that $99 a month package. I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't convince you. I hope to do that. You've got to tell your children no about going to see the new movie, the new Batman movie or something. I hope because you joined the Kaizen Academy, you have to skip out on, going out to eat, on your weekly, restaurant night this month. I hope it makes you do that. You know why? Because 3 months from now, you're going to be able to eat wherever you want. You're going to be able to take your family wherever you want because you're actually going to apply yourself. That's my prayer for you. That's my prayer for you. All right, y'all. It's affirmation time. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Repeat after me. Inbox me, Michael. I'll send you the link. Inbox me, man. I'll send you the link. Get you up in that thing. All right, millionaires, repeat after me. Say it like you mean it. Say it like you mean it. Here we go. I am so happy and grateful that money comes to me easily and frequently